What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Final Third. That's right, you are getting two in the same week. It's me, your boy Sam, aka FIFA Brit, and I am joined by Mr. Brad Thomas. Sadly, no betting the pitch today. It's an impromptu episode we are recording during work hours. Shh, no one say anything. Unfortunately, he is looking after his little kitties. So it's me and Brad today. We are probably about as mature as his children. So it's going to be a fun sesh. How you doing, Brad?
I'm doing good. Wait, listen, my work hours literally consist of me doing shows all day. So it's a little more fun. The only difference is I put pants on for this occasion. Normally, I'm rocking the little pajama sliders. So not really pants, but
I was going to say, we can't really see what's going on below the camera, but thank you
for up top.
Thanks for filling in the details. Now I know exactly what to picture.
Sam drinking out of the same glasses that I have. Sam, wait, I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you have a nickname outside of Sam?
Not really. Sometimes I'm Sammy to close friends, but very rarely. Typically, just my girlfriend calls me Sammy.
Actually, that's what I was going to ask, what your girlfriend calls you. But then I was like, I'll just ask you have a nickname, and then the girlfriend question will come out.
Sometimes. It varies. But typically, I'm Sam. I mean, no one ever calls me Samuel.
No, Sam was like when you're in trouble. Like, when you're making us money, you can't be in trouble, right? Like, it's Sam,
exactly.
Sammy Shots, Sammy Smooth Bottom.
I like Sammy Shots. That's my favorite. Sammy Shots. That's a good one.
It is.
All righty, but yeah, we figured we'd crank out a little episode because even though we talked about who we thought we would go, we talked about who we thought was going to win, but now the semifinals are done, we have the matchups. We're just like, why not? Get in front of the camera, get the mics out, and just let's talk about it. We got 3 games to talk about because, fun fact, Copa America does have a third place game. The Euros don't. I was a little bit surprised by that, and then I looked into it, and it turns out they got rid of the Euros third place game back in like the 80s. Apparently just a World Cup thing, and the Copa America still does it. So we have 3 games to talk about, not just the finals, which are both on Sunday, but we have a third place game to talk about. So we figured start with the third place game, the one that doesn't really mean anything because, neither of these teams are particularly happy about the fact that they're not in the final. But they're going to be playing each other, and it's going to be on Saturday night. So at least that gives us a little stopgap. I mean, there'll be MLS going on, which I'll be happy about. But we'll also have this third place game, which should be a lot of fun. Of course, it is between Canada and Uruguay. Uruguay are the heavy favorites here. I mean, by a long way. I think they're the biggest favorites of the entire weekend slate. Minus 190 on the money line and minus 360 just to lift. It says to come. It's really funny because usually it says to lift the cup, but of course there's no cup for third place, so it just says to come third place. So it's just like, okay, if it's a draw and it goes to a penalty shootout, that's what it's going to be because there's no extra time. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
I think it's cool. Like the third place matches, generally teams don't really care as much. They're not playing as like tough, tight, and compact, and like. If you can get down on like a both teams to score or like BTT or over in the third place game, like why not, right? Like I think over 2.5 goals is, I have it up right here. Over 2.5 goals is minus 134. Like that should be worth some pennies because they're not going to care. And then like, let's say one of the teams cares more than the other. They could score 3 by themselves.
Yeah. And I have a strong feeling that's how Uruguay is going to feel because there was drama. If any of you guys watched the end, if you didn't turn off the game, if you didn't turn the game off after the final whistle, and you watched the last 5 or 10 minutes after the game was done between Colombia and Uruguay, then a few of the Uruguayan players, including Darwin Núñez, climbed into the stands where the Colombia fans were and started fighting them. Now, there's going to be an investigation going on to see exactly what happened there. The Uruguayan players have said that the Colombian fans were throwing stuff at their families that were in that particular enclosure, and there was basically no security guards around. So that's why, if you see clips, you can literally see Darwin Núñez like scaling the fence. This man is climbing up like Spider-Man, climbs up, and then immediately just like throws himself in and starts swinging punches. Not to make light of the situation, but I think he landed more punches on target than he had shots on target in the entire game. But there's a good chance that they are fired up and want to beat the living shit out of Canada.
Yeah, and this is like they played 3 consecutive or 3 out of the 4 matches they've played were against really tough teams. Like they had to play that match against Brazil. They had to play against Colombia twice. It's just tough, you know?
Yeah, no, it's going to be. I have a strong feeling they're going to want to come out and just hammer them. And Jesse Marsh has said potentially there's a chance that he rotates for this game. I know he said he wanted to potentially give chances to younger players. Who he would start, I don't even know, because I can just about name you the starting players on the Canadian lineup. And frankly, the only like young guys that I think deserve a chance are already starting, like Schaffelberg, who I love to refer to Jacob Schaffelberg as the Canadian Messi. And like he's already young and he's already starting at left wing. So if he starts, I'm just going to take him because I like him. And then I'm secretly hoping, well, not secretly, I'm about to say it very publicly, but I want Richie Larea, who has played right back, but has played the last two games at right wing. I want him to start at right wing again because he keeps getting priced as a right back. And he had 2 shots in the first half against whoever Canada played in the quarterfinals. I think it was Venezuela, I think. He had 2 shots in the first half, and that was like 16-1. And so I'm just giving him a right wing so I can at least have, give myself some hope, even though Argentina, even though Uruguay are probably going to batter them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just straight dismantlement.
Yeah, I think this is probably the easiest game to predict. Not to jinx it. If Canada comes out and beats Uruguay, then I will laugh, and also it would just be incredibly entertaining. But I think this is the one where this is the only game, just a sneak preview of our predictions, where we've all agreed on who's going to win.
Yeah, like it's like especially if they rotate, but even with that rotation, it's like Canada's like shit. We made it, right?
Yeah.
Like you know how close they were to the finish line, like literally 2 stops away. Congratulations, Canada. Uruguay are going to finally feel like, wow, we can play against a team who's going to let us get some real quality opportunities.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna lead off with one of my bets here. As soon as this market was up, I was like, I'm immediately going to see what this is priced at, and it's way better than I thought it was going to be. Darwin Núñez, 3 first half shots, is at plus 200, and really the only concern is that he doesn't start at all if they give it to somebody else, just for the fun of it. But I have a strong feeling he's going to start, unless the manager is just like going to discipline him for fighting fans, because I don't think that there's not going to be an official suspension for any of those incidents, if at all, between now and Saturday night. And I also don't think the manager would stop him from playing if Núñez wants to play. So I'm assuming he's playing, and Canada have done some things very well. Defending shots is not one of them.
Yeah,
they concede so many shots, and you know who takes so many shots? Darwin Núñez. Don't count on him to do anything else. I mean, he probably will score, but don't count on him to do anything else. This man will shoot, and that's basically what he's reliable for. So
I took his 3 shots, 3+ shots. Like I drank the juice. Like you could probably take his 3+ shots and like parlay it with something, but I was like, the price is good enough for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I went first half because he's like really aggressive in the first half. I mean, even when he plays for Liverpool, his 3 first half shots, if they were playing against a team like Sheffield United, Núñez 3 first half shots was like minus 200. Like it was absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, I was expecting closer to even money against Canada, but I guess it's really weird because sometimes FanDuel prices players as if they're not going to start, but it doesn't matter for the first half shots market, because the only way that you get screwed by that is if they don't start and then they sub in during the first half. If they sub in during the second half, doesn't matter. Your first half bet voids because they didn't play. And I've been betting this market for 2.5 years, since the Qatar World Cup, and I've only been screwed on it once, when a guy got hurt in literally the last minute of added time. I think it was a Nottingham Forest game. I can't remember who on Forest it was, but I remember it being a Forest game. Oh, it was Elanga. I know exactly who it was. It was Anthony Elanga. And he subbed on for, I want to say it was like Taiwo or Hudson Odoi. I think it might have been Taiwo. I think that's when he got hurt. Elanga subbed in literally the 46th minute, and the whistle blew a minute later. So, of course, all my bets that had him lost instead of avoided. But that's literally the only time I've ever been screwed taking these first half shots before lineups. It's just like, okay, if Núñez doesn't start, he's not subbing in the first half. Even if someone got hurt, they would not put him in, because if they're not starting him, they probably don't care. And if they do care, he's starting. So
That's
I was
what I
just like,
agree.
plus
Yeah, I took his
200
3
is
plus
a
shots, and
wild
I was
price.
like, mine voids for non-starters. So I was like,
Nice.
if he's playing, he's going to be starting the game. He's not coming in late, so it doesn't really matter
Yeah,
what book you take it on.
I agree. But yeah, plus 200 is a wild price. Like that's a price you expect to see against like Colombia or Argentina. And
Yep.
I mean, it was great. I cashed on that in the Colombia game, but they hung like plus 400 then to get 3 first half shots, and I went lighter than it. I was going to do half a unit, and then it was just like, oh, this game could be a massive foul fest, and no shots get taken at all. So I went a quarter of a unit, and he took like 4, and I was just like, wow, that was easy.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see like if there's no way they're gonna drop sanctions this fast. I don't think.
No,
I think it's gonna be a
no,
real
not officially.
investigation. So the only way he doesn't play is maybe he broke his hand punching those people.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think he hurt himself that much. I don't think he was inflicting a significant amount of damage on himself or on anybody else.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So that's definitely what I'm going to be taking. Anything else that you like in this game, Brad?
Did I take anything else in this match? No, I just took the over and Darwin Nunez 3 plus shots.
Beautiful.
Not combined, separate.
What'd you get on the on 3 shots? What odds did you get?
Minus 157. I drank the juice.
That's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you look around, like market average is like close to minus 300. So
yeah, I believe that. That's a really nice price.
Yep.
Nice.
I pretty much every book that I could take it on, I took it on. So if you have
Fair
Prop
enough.
Builder, that's where you're gonna find it.
Nice. Some of us have real books.
Hey, listen, Prop Builder for this tournament's been great too because it accounts in for extra time too. That's so like when Jude Bellingham, I took Jude Bellingham 2 plus shots at plus 145 in the first match of the knockouts.
Yeah.
And he didn't take a single shot till extra time. And then he took 2 in extra time and I cashed.
Right. Wow. That's so cool. That's a rarity these days. Okay, fair enough. I take it back. That's sick.
Wait, did Darwin Nunez get ruled out?
Really? What?
He must have, because I'm just going book by book right now to see what the prices are still available. And he's pulled from almost every book. He's still on FanDuel, still on DraftKings, off on Bet365, off on Bet Rivers.
Huh.
I've never seen that. Just got taken off on
That's so weird. No, I mean, I'm looking up Darwin Nunez on Twitter, and all I'm seeing is that the guy that tried to punch him was a priest, which is hilarious if that's true.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm not
seeing anything official, and that would usually pop up to the top of the timeline. Who knows? Maybe they know something we don't.
Or maybe they're listening to this. They have a camera in one of our rooms.
Oh, yeah. Like
in real time. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, he's back up on Bet365.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
But not with a different price. It's the same price.
That's very strange. All right.
Let me see if he's back up on Bet Rivers.
Huh. All righty. Huh.
That was really weird.
Strange. Okay.
I'm looking at it live, like.
All right. Well, I'm not massively concerned. If he's ruled out, then I get my 1 unit back.
So yeah, I get my money back, and I don't think him being in or out changes my opinion on the over on the total.
I agree. Both of these, I imagine, even if they play backups, then the backups are going to want to prove that they deserve to start. So they're going to be shooting, trying to score, and Canada can't really defend. Maybe Uruguay. I don't know if Uruguay concede. I don't know if Canada score, but Uruguay could score 3 on their own easy.
Wait, here's a weird bet. I feel like you would take this. Okay. Who will have the most shots, Schaffelberg or Araujo? Ooh. It's plus 210 for Schaffelberg, plus 270 for the same amount, or minus 112 for Araujo.
That's fun. I'd take Schaffelberg just because if he starts, I think he plays a lot of the game, whereas Araujo might get subbed.
I agree.
That's a fun one. I like Schaffelberg. I'm going to sprinkle on his first half shots as well. He had 2 in the first 8 minutes against Argentina, and I didn't take it because I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to take him and Larea. So I went with the higher value in Larea, and then Schaffelberg took 2 shots. And he shot in the 5th minute and the 7th minute. And I was just like, God damn it.
Oh, that's brutal.
Canadian Messi. Alrighty. Well, I kind of gave it away, but just for formality's sake, we'll go through the predictions. I have Mr. Betting the Pitcher's predictions with me, so I can say his as well. I predict Uruguay. He predicts Uruguay. Brad, who are you predicting?
I'm going to Uruguay.
Nice. Easy.
Winning a blowout.
Clean sweep. Alrighty, now we get into the sexy stuff. let's get into the finals. Both of the finals are going to be on Sunday. We'll start with the Euros final. That is going to be Sunday afternoon. Of course, this game is between Spain and England. Now, I am slightly biased here. I don't know if you can tell that by the everything about me. But England are underdogs here, which is always fun, considering we, for some reason, entered this tournament as favorites, which I think was stupid. That England should never be the favorites to win anything. Like unless it's the women, because they actually win stuff.
Yeah.
They literally won the Euros it was 3 years ago now, I think, or 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2022 because I think everything got pushed back a year. But yeah, England, the men's team should never be the favorites to win anything. But for some reason, we were the opening favorites. But now Spain is favored and fairly heavily favored, not to the same length that Uruguay are or that Argentina are in the Copa America final, but they are minus, at least on FanDuel, they are minus 154. And this price has moved a lot. They opened it around between minus 135 and minus 140 to lift the cup. Now minus 154. It's a lot of money coming in on Spain. And the standard money line for 90 minutes is plus 145. England, it's much more, well, I'm not going to say disrespectful because Spain are rightfully the favorites in this game, but I mean, like a plus 200, like a plus 240 money line and like plus 130 just to lift the cup is kind of wild considering they've proven they can hang in big games.
Yep.
It's never been easy, but they can hang around, and Spain at least recently have looked kind of shaky. And then if you look at the total, my goodness, I mean, the Canada-Uruguay game, we are blessed with a game where at least they think there are going to be loads of goals. It's juiced to the over 2.5. Under 2.5 in this final is almost minus 200, and both teams to score is just above even money, which is that, I mean, everyone's expecting 1-0, 1-1, it sounds like.
Yep. I think it's weird. So when you were asking me for my predictions, like, if I'm betting, I'm going to tell everyone to take England to lift the cup. Like, there's no way I'm taking Spain at minus 143 to lift the cup. That's just, that's just as a betting man, that's not smart, right?
Yeah.
Like, England have the experience. They were here 2 years ago, losing in penalties. And just like Spain have a lot of talented players, but England, when they go up and they take PKs, almost everybody in their PKs takes PKs for their team or they're second on their team in taking PKs, which is massive. Which and it's not like these guys don't practice, but that's just a big advantage when you're doing it frequently, consistency. I'd say it's probably a toss up between the keepers. Both are ultra talented at stopping penalties, but you're giving me plus odds on what shouldn't be no more than a coin flip. Like, this should be minus 110, minus 110 on both sides, you know?
Mm-hmm. I wish I had the same love for England, at least the same respect.
It's not love. It's not love. Like, I think Spain advanced. I think, and I'm not betting it. But if I were to tell someone to bet it, I'd say you just got to take the plus money there. Like, you're saying, like, it's like 43% chance. Like, I'd say England have more than a 43% chance of winning this.
That's fair. That's fair. I think the opening line was probably fair. Around minus 135 to Spain to lift the cup.
Yep.
I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't just go for it now because now it's about minus 150 or worse. But it is what it is. Plus, I should have locked it in because at least that way, that's a proper emotional hedge for me. At least that way I'm either winning a bet or England are winning a trophy for the first time in my lifetime and the first time since 1966 when my dad was less than a year old. That's how long it's been since the men's team have won anything.
Listen, I just want to feel like I'm texting you and you're like wasted and you guys are lifting the trophy and I'm like, congratulations. God. And you're like, I'm going streaking or something fucking crazy. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want this just as bad as you want it because I want to be happy for you. I don't want to be texting you saying, hey, it's okay, World Cup's around the corner. I don't want you sending back, Southgate's gotta go. We only took 5 shots in the game. I want excitement. I want drunk antics. I want you kissing your girlfriend because you're so happy you're jumping up and down screaming. That's what I want.
That's what I want, baby. That's what I want. I'll tell you exactly what the plan is. So my Sunday league, we play in Manhattan. We have a game at 1:30. Maybe it's a little bit earlier. Yeah, no, 2:15. Yeah, 2:15 it is, because when we get out at 20-minute halves, we're going to finish our game basically right as this game kicks off. So, well, that'll make everyone happy because I'm going to have all my bets in for the game before that game kicks off. So everyone's going to get their bets in for me like an hour before, like lineup's going to come out an hour before kickoff, and I'll be just spamming everything. To be fair, I've actually got quite a few sent out already. So
Yeah.
I've done my homework, and as soon as those lines dropped, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be busy, so I'm going to get these out now. But we are literally going to go from our field to, there is a bar that we go to after games, like a minute walk from the pitch. That's right around the corner, and they've been showing all the games. So we're going to book a table. Everyone from the team we're going to play our game. We're going to be sweaty as hell, go into this bar and then watch the game, and then we're just going to be drinking basically the entire time. And then after the game is done, it's just going to be, drinking will continue for one reason or another. It's either going to be absolute wild, buying shots for the bar, or I'm probably going to cry and really hope that people just buy me drinks instead.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I think that what you're doing is nuts, because I wouldn't be playing in a game before. I'd be like, guys, I would be so nervous. I would start drinking when I woke up. And then by the time the game got to halftime, I'd either be drunk in a wreck, or I'd be freaking ready to pound shots because we're coasting, baby.
Yeah, well, our league has games between 1 o'clock and the last game finishes at 4. So if we had the 3:15 game slot this weekend, I would not be playing. I would just be like, guys, I'm sorry, I am watching this game. Feel free to join me for the second half, but I am not missing the first half.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we have the perfect time slot so that we can finish our game and then go right to the bar. So perfect.
You said it's close too. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's a minute round the corner, which is just beautiful. But yeah, it's gonna be an eventful Sunday. Oh, now I'm getting nervous already. I just need to go in with the mindset that Spain are probably winning this because they have the superior squad, and if they win, fair enough. Hold my hand up, and be like, okay, do you know what? We made it to the final, and Spain have played really well all tournament. They deserve to win this.
Yeah, I mean, good team. Like, I think it wasn't people were doubting Spain were a good team. It was
I think I was.
I didn't think they were a bad team. I thought tactically what they were going to do, were they going to be able to create chances? And, they kind of have been morphing their brand of football, that they don't need to do death by 1,000 passes. They move around in space well. And then the young guys stepped up, This has been it's been a great tournament for all the young players, right? Like,
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal, he's going to win young player of the tournament.
Yeah, he's like minus 600 to win young player of the tournament, and he's currently the favorite to win player of the tournament. That market's a bit closer, but he is. I was just looking at 365 the other day. He is at like plus 170 to win player of the tournament, and then it's Rodri at 3-1 and Danny Olmo at 5-1.
Well, what they need to do is let Lamal win player of the tournament, and then give the young player of the tournament to Jude.
Do you have a bet on Jude to win young player of the tournament?
I do. That's what happened. That's what happened in last Euro. But I took Donnarumma to win player of the tournament.
Oh, wow.
And he won player of the tournament, and then they just gave Pedri the young player of the tournament because they didn't want to give him both the titles.
Interesting. Because I was wondering if he would win them both. I think if Olmo or Rodri, I think, especially because now Rodri's making a Ballon d'Or push.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to win it, but I think he's going to be like Jorginho. He'll come third.
I think when we talked about that last time, I put $50 on it. Mm-hmm. Odds were nuts.
The odds moved. It was so funny because I said I don't think a Spain Euros win moves the needle on Carvajal or Rodri. Then they beat France. Rodri went from 14-1 to 6-1, becoming the third favorite behind Vinny and Jude. Carvajal, to be fair, he was suspended, but Carvajal went from 12-1 to 20-1. And I'm just like, bro didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. I have Rodri at 14-1. It's funny because I'm pretty well covered. Like, I have everyone at good prices. I have Jude, Mbappe, Vinny, Rodri, and I've just been going as the odds change. I just take whoever the highest number is because it's going to be one of them. So if I pick up 3 or 4 units, I don't care about making 10, 15 units. Like I want to pick up 3 or 4 units. That's a good payday for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Hey,
I'm top 4.
if you've got it all structured with if you've sniped the odds, and if any of them win, if you're coming out with a bit of money, then fair enough. You've played that really well.
I've just been taking my chances as the tournaments have progressed between Champions League, Euros, and Copa. So
nice.
So it's a long time to keep your money tied up, but I use credit. So if you ever get a credit book like that, I've been doing futures that way. That way it helps too. Like if you have a 2-man race and you already have one guy to win like 20 or 30 units, you can put 15 units of credit and you're not putting 15 units of your own stake where you're just being held for 5 months.
Right. No, fair enough. Fair enough. This is the first proper close Ballon d'Or race that we've had for a very long time, because even though everyone was pushing Haaland to win it last season when Messi ended up winning, at this point in the year, Messi was like minus 2,000. It was essentially, in the eyes of people that cared, it was a foregone conclusion. And really, it was just City fans and people that don't like Barcelona that were saying that Messi didn't deserve to win. Now, I'd say it was probably deserved to be closer than it was, but from a betting perspective, that market was wrapped up. It's still incredibly open right now, which is very interesting.
Yeah, it's exciting.
All right, let's get into a couple of bets. I have quite a few bets that I have locked in for this game. I'll talk about one and then I'll mention who I like, but I'm not going to go into detail about all of them just because I fired out a bunch. But the one I think the most value-wise is Yamal to have 2 first-half shots. It's plus 370 on FanDuel. I took that for half a unit. He's had 2 first-half shots in every knockout game of these Euros so far. He's really, everyone was sort of saying, oh, he's 60 years old, he's going to step up and, deliver in the big games. I think he's played better somehow in these massive games. I mean, obviously that ridiculous goal against France, which he did in front of Rabiot, which I think was beautiful considering Rabiot was trying to bait and just be like, oh, if he's going to have to step up his game if he's going to get past France in the semi-final. And then we were all talking about how it was ridiculous that Deschamps would play Rabiot over Camavinga. Guarantee you, Yamal does not get that shot off if Camavinga is marking him in that same situation. Rabiot got absolutely murked.
It's a love affair, man. I tell you, it makes no sense. It's funny too because, I think I said we all try to play couch quarterback, couch manager, but that was pretty clear as day that they're just on 2 different levels right now, and. There's a reason why Rabiot's leaving Juventus, right? New manager comes in, he's not part of their plan. He just doesn't fit. And I don't think he's going to fit on a lot of teams because he's clunky, he's slow. He doesn't provide much in terms of, if you're going to be slow, you better lock the hell down, but he doesn't. And it's tough. And I don't want to talk bad about him. He's still a good player.
No, he's a very good player, but he did not offer anything significant for France at this, at these Euros, whereas Camavinga came in, started one game when Rabiot was suspended and looked amazing on the ball. He's defensively, it's not even close. Rabiot might offer a bit more offensively, in his career, I would say, probably. Rabiot can create more, but their offensive output is so close now, that I would say, give me the guy who can actually defend and will lock down a shot from, 25 yards up from a 16-year-old versus Rabiot, who's been doing shit about fuck all tournament and now he's gone home.
Yep.
So I like Yamal 2 first-half shots. The other guys I like are Foden and Ruiz. So if you want to combo all of those in fun sorts of ways, do that because that's probably what I've done. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I literally I'll give this play out. I was going to play it in my VIP service, but I'll give this play out. I wanted something that was about plus 500. That was going to be pretty fun. I took all 4 of these players to have at least 1 shot in the first half. Okay. Kane, Foden, Olmo, Yamal.
That's
plus
sexy.
590 on
That's
FanDuel.
Beautiful. Really nice.
I mean, that's a fun one, right? Each team could only take 5 shots, and I guarantee you that you're going to at least get 3 out of the 4, and then you'll be rooting for the last one.
Yeah. Foden's going to be shooting. He played his best game in the semifinal by far, and just the fact that he doesn't have a single goal contribution, I think, is probably weighing heavily on his mind. This man is going to be firing. I can sense it. All right, let's do predictions. Betting the Pitch has submitted his prediction. He has said Spain. I am obviously sticking to my roots, going for England. Brad, who is winning the Euros?
Spain.
Alrighty. Well, at least if we go down, I know I went down swinging.
You did, man. You did. And listen, God, as much as you guys have been kind of, I don't know, frustrated, disappointed, any adjective you want to use, like you guys had freaking made it to the final. Like
Yep.
that is, you are on the doorstep of busting it wide open.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is get some bounces to go your way.
That's not the only thing that's going to bust wide open if we win. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, there's going to be a little mini Sammy shots running around. Yeah.
All right.
I saw you reference something about kids in the group chat today. Oh, he's preparing for the England victory. He's going to be waving the flag like, Sammy shots, Sammy shots.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, totally what I'm talking about. All righty. Enough about England. Let's do Copa America. This game is going to be Sunday evening between Argentina and Colombia. Argentina, not heavy favorites, but they are definitely favorites. They are minus 200 to win the cup, to lift the cup, and the money line is just above even money, around plus 110. And if you thought that the lines indicated a low-scoring game in the Euros game, then boy, do I have a line for you. Under 2.5 in the Copa America final is minus 235 on FanDuel, and both teams to score is above plus 130. So if you think there are going to be shots, if you think there are going to be goals, you are going to get very nice odds. Just be prepared for the fact that this game is 0-0 or a 1-0 scrape.
Yeah, I went with Colombia plus a quarter here. I think it's going to end 0-0. Like, you don't just win. You just don't go 27 matches unbeaten and it's a fluke, right? Colombia, they play strong defensively. They don't let good passes come through. They don't let you get in good areas. And that was a reason primarily why Uruguay struggled, right? Like, they were up a man, but they couldn't break them down. And it's happened time and time again. And Argentina are a good squad here, but I just don't believe this Argentina team is clicking the way they want to. And they could get frustrated against a good Colombia side. So ultimately, I took Argentina to win on penalties at plus 800.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's on BetUS for anybody who wants to know where to find that. I think other markets around plus 650, which I still took, because they had the books are pricing most books are pricing them the same. Like if I want to see between the two who I think has a more realistic shot of winning penalties, it's the one with Emi Martinez in net.
I absolutely agree. Fair enough. I'm gonna go price that out. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I agree. I don't want it to go to penalties, because if it goes to penalties, then I am positive that Argentina are going to win, just because it's so hard to go against Emi Martinez. Not even because Argentina have like convincing penalty takers. It's literally just Emi.
Yeah, it literally is. Oh, the line moved to plus 700 now.
Nice. Fair enough.
That was from this morning. So when I got it at plus 800.
I really want to back Colombia here. The problem is that you really need them to do it in regulation, because there's no extra time. If it's a draw, it's going to penalties. And if it goes to penalties...
No, there's extra time in the final.
Oh my God. Wait, you're so right. I forgot about that. Oh, thank you for correcting me. That'd be hilarious if I had just been like, oh, it's going to pens, and then I forgot there's complete extra time. Oh, good point. That explains why the penalty line is so high. I was so confused by that. I was like, no way, it's like plus 800 if there's no extra time. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, if this game goes to extra time, like, I just feel like both these teams are gonna sit so deep and just be so calculated. Make sure if one team has possession of the ball, they're just sitting every man in front of the ball.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that's probably what the 90 minutes is going to be like as well, if we're being honest. Maybe the second half. I'm hoping the first half is a little action packed, hopefully. But yeah, no, that's a very good point. I had just been so thrown off by the fact that, I mean, it's so stupid they don't do extra time. I mean, when you have a tournament that goes right into the quarterfinals, you already have one less game than everyone else is used to playing. Play another half an hour. I don't know why they change it. I swear they change the rules of this tournament every time they come around.
Every edition.
Used to be every 4 years. Used to be every 4 years. Now sometimes they do it every 2 years for shits
It's because
and
the
giggles.
president doesn't want to be at these games for extra time unless it's the final.
So annoying.
I see them taking pictures. I see them taking pictures of him. He's just chilling. He's like, yeah, I'm good. Go to kick PKs. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, good to know there is extra time. I'm glad that's been briefed because I would have been very concerned. I would have been so confused because that game happened after the Euro final. So I'm going to be 10 drinks deep, either really happy or really sad, and just being like, oh, it's a draw. Can't wait for penalty shootout. Wait, why are they going back on the field? This is weird. Gonna have to get my bets in for Copa America final early too because no way.
Like, scratch your head like, what the F is going on?
Yeah. I'd be like, did someone rewind the game? Did someone rewind the game? Are we watching it again? But yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, an absolutely wild price that I just keep ignoring it because I keep thinking the game's going to be low scoring, and then he keeps delivering. It's Hammer's assist. It's plus 550, and this dude has what, 6 assists now? He's got.
Dude.
I think he's only had one game where he didn't get an assist, and he has 2 games where he has 2 assists. I mean, he's taking free kicks, he's taking corners, and Colombia just have these just like massive fucking center mids and center backs. Like, it's just like, if it's not going to like Jefferson Lerma in the midfield, it's going to Davinson Sanchez, who's like 6'4".
Yeah,
there are just so many targets for them to hit.
That's funny that you say that because I was asked in the Bet US show if there were anytime goal scorers I'd take, and I said yes, I'd take both Lerma and Sanchez because their prices are literally plus 10-1 and 20-1.
Yeah, mental, so crazy. I'd love to see a game between Colombia and the Netherlands because that would just be the ultimate set piece. Fucking whip it into the big man.
Yep.
Or Turkey. Turkey did that when
goal.
Turkey did that to Austria. When the centre back had a brace.
Dude, Demirel, he's former Juventus player.
That was sick. I love it. Just whip it in, bosh, give it to this giant man.
How sicko is this parlay?
Oh,
James assists with Lerma goal.
Beautiful.
38-1.
That's so sexy. Just like, yeah, give me any corner and that's alive.
Right? Oh my god, I'm gonna do this.
Do it. Do it with him and do it with Lerma because they both get so many. It's gonna be one of them.
The Sanchez price is.
Oh yeah, and Sanchez is just, he's easily gonna be wild.
62-1.
Yeah.
They won't even let me bet it. Oh, that's fricked.
Lame. FanDuel, you definitely can. I'll shop it around later because
we gotta shop that around.
My app's not loading right now.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, that's wild. But just Hammer's assist at almost 6-1 is crazy when he's done it in all but one game. Yep. And then even though this game might be cagey, just considering he's going to take free kicks and he'll always be around the edge of the box, really hard to ignore Messi first half shots when they're getting priced the way they are. It's plus 110 for 2 first half shots and plus 370 for 3 first half shots.
He leads the team in shots without even playing one of the games.
I know, it's wild. Now he kind of backdoored it in the semifinal. He had one shot fairly early on and then took back-to-back shots after the 45th minute in like the 2 minutes of added time. So he backdoored it. But hey, we don't care about how it happens. Just that it happens. Yeah, and that's really hard for me to ignore.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna wait to see what the lineups are.
62-1.
Yeah. Oh, you priced your corner.
I got on another book. They let me take it.
Beautiful. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I haven't locked either of those in yet, just because I'm gonna wait. I mean, I say I'm gonna wait for lineups, but I also just said I'm gonna be absolutely sloshed by the time lineups do get released. So I probably should lock this in ahead of time. That'll be a game day decision.
You're gonna be super sloshed by then.
Yeah, one way or another.
Like super sloshed. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a Sunday morning decision.
Yeah. We'll see. My God. It is literally plus 8. I can't even say this number. It's 84-1 on FanDuel to parlay James assists and Davinson Sanchez.
Oh fuck yes. Okay, I'm so doing that. When we get off this recording session, I'm gonna go lock that in.
Oh my God.
That's
dude.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm about to oh beautiful. My God. What is it with Lerma? That's not bad. 44-1, but 84-1, bro.
Yeah, for the 6'4" defender. Yeah, beautiful.
Holy crap.
That's so fun. Okay, I'm in there like swimwear with you on that. That's fun.
Holy
Alrighty. Anything else? I know you mentioned the Colombia spread. Anything else that you'd like for this game?
To Colombia spread. That's it. Is that it?
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Man, I feel like
Beautiful.
I've been like posting so many bets on
Yeah.
these games, and then when you get to the finals, you're like, wow, I don't really have that many bets.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty. Well, final round of predictions. Betting the pitch said Argentina, and then in parentheses he put in pens. So he's also down for a penalty shootout, which I think would be really exciting. I'm going to go Colombia. I just want to believe that, I mean, based on what I've seen, they've been the better attacking side. I also think they have it in them to play dirty if they have to. They had the most fouls. We talked about this last time. Uruguay, that had the reputation for being dirty, had the second most fouls. Uruguay the second. Colombia had the most. So Colombia can play down and dirty if they want to. And, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, are Argentina still going to be, no, not us. He plays for Uruguay. I keep getting these countries mixed up. I was about to say Araujo's going to be out, but that's the wrong country. But yeah, I'm going to back Colombia. I just think they've been the better country, and I just really hope they get it done in regulation or extra time, because if it does go to pens, then any hope I have for Colombia basically goes out the window. As soon as Emi Martinez starts wiggling towards the crowd, it's over. That man loves himself more than anyone else in the world.
Yeah, he does.
What about you, Brad?
I'm going Argentina. I told you Argentina in
Fair enough.
in PKs. I just think like they're just the better like even if it's not the better team on paper, like in terms of playing together, lockdown defensively, they're just the better team, and I have to take them. It's hard to win multiple back-to-back tournaments, but
Yeah.
man, they've made it to the final. So
Yeah.
also
Well,
one point I wanted to add too, like Argentina shouldn't be like physically tired either. Like they've literally been playing Ole every match, easy competition.
yeah.
And then Colombia has been playing all these really hard matches,
Yeah. Well, what's really interesting, and this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation for some people, probably people that don't like Messi, but if Argentina do win this final, then they will be the only team, apart from Spain, to win back to 3 consecutive major tournaments.
Yeah.
The Spain squad did it in 08, 2010, 2012 with 2 Euros and a World Cup, and then Argentina will have done the same thing with Copa America 2021, World Cup 2022, and then Copa America 2024.
And
So
what's crazy is
it would put them in very coveted position.
What's crazy is like if I were to think about the two teams, that 08 Spain team versus this Argentina team, I'd be like, that 08 Spain team would freaking ragdoll them.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That Spain team was disgusting.
Yeah.
The fact that Mikel Arteta, I don't think, got a single cap for Spain, it just shows how ridiculous it was to try and play in that centre mid.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, we know we can have that all-time debate, but whether you like it or not, this Argentina squad is going to go down in history if they win this Copa America. What just amazed me is the fact that Brazil had never done it. If you think about the fact that Pele played in 5 World Cups and won 3, you're telling me at no point Brazil won a Copa America while they were that dominant on the world stage. They won, if Pele wins 3 World Cups, they weren't all like back to back to back, but he definitely won. I'm sure he won 2 consecutively, but if he didn't, then he must have gone win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, which is fair play. But the fact that they didn't win 3 tournaments in a row with Copa America, in the middle of those World Cups is crazy to me.
Yep. No, I agree. Man, this is exciting, and it's also sad at the same time because like this has been like the best month that I've had in a really long time until major leagues come back. So it looks like we'll be betting on Norway, Sweden,
MLS,
Iceland.
baby. MLS every week. And
I don't bet MLS.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you miss this sort of daily action, then the Leagues Cup, which gets played between the MLS teams and the Liga MX teams, that starts at the end of July, around like the 26th, I believe, maybe the 28th. But that is essentially structured the same way that like the Euros and Copa America are. It's groups. It's picture the Champions League, but on a Euros or Copa America schedule. It's between
That's
the MLS
nice.
teams and the Mexican teams. Group stages go straight to knockouts, and it runs basically every day. And so if you need a little bit of action to stopgap the end of July to when the Premier League starts around the second week of August, Leagues Cup, baby, hop on board. It's a lot of fun.
That's nice.
You can at least, even if you don't bet it, you can at least watch it. So you'll have.
I
And it's
watch
all,
MLS. I watch
yeah.
MLS, but my problem is, hopefully the feds aren't listening. I watch the MLS on the bootleg, and it's hard to get MLS games on the bootleg for some reason compared to like other random leagues.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I believe all the MLS games are free on Apple TV this weekend, so you can watch MLS now.
Wow. That's the only reason I had Apple TV was because I had got MLS package for free last year. And
Nice.
now
I get it. I get it for free as a season ticket holder at NYCFC. So
that's lit.
I know.
That's really lit. That makes it almost worth it.
I know. It's great.
That's
All righty, but yeah, that's what we've got coming up in the summer action. I'm going to recap our predictions so we can see who's going to, because I believe I was the only one who got all the semifinal predictions correct.
You did. Just wave your freaking Sammy shots all over us.
Yeah, baby. But so our predictions for the third place game in the two finals, I have Uruguay, England, Colombia. Betting the Pitch has Uruguay, Spain, and Argentina. And Brad, who are your three?
My three are Uruguay, Spain, Argentina, chalk donkey.
Fair enough. All righty. Well, you and Mr. Pitch are on the same page. I'm going out on a limb myself, sticking to the England support all tournament and trusting Colombia to get it done. So we will see how that goes. Anything you want to plug before we go and wrap it up?
Yeah. If you're listening, make sure you go check out NBCsports.com. I have my article out, which I didn't give the play out on this show.
Nice.
But I want you guys to actually do that. It's on my X too. I took the time to write the article, break this down, statistical analysis. So I wanted you guys to go and look at it. It's on my X too. Also, I have a Bet US show on the Bet US YouTube that pretty much goes a little bit more in depth in the single game for the Copa final. If you want more analysis, it's about 30 minutes. I give my breakdown on the first half score and everything. So it's plays the same plays I have in here, but just a little deeper.
Beautiful. Nothing wrong with a little deeper, am I right?
The Deep King. What?
Yeah. Nice. Let's never say that ever again. All right, you guys can follow me on Twitter at FIFA Brit, and you can find all of my plays will be posted in my channel in Gold Boys. Fantastic time to sign up. Even though these tournaments are going to be done, we still have MLS and we have Leagues Cup if you want soccer, and the Premier League kicks off in about a month. I can't wait. Trust me, as much as I've loved these international tournaments and the betting every day, nothing beats a good old regular domestic season, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, all my plays will be posted in Gold Boys. I will try and share some on Twitter as well.
Love it.
But yeah, all that goodness is available. You just swing by. We know what we're talking about. Not to toot our own horn, but a bunch of smart guys on this podcast. So go give us a read. There's a lot of free content. Check out Twitter. Check out articles. Check out YouTube when I finally get around to posting YouTube content again. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you again to the Gold Boys Network for continuing to host this podcast, even though we are incredibly chaotic. And I hope they don't listen to this one too deeply because we got a little frisky on this one. It was always going to happen. With the two of us together, you know, sparks fly, Brad.
Where are the fireworks?
I think my camera just broke with that note. Beautiful.
I didn't warm up. I didn't warm up my singing voice.
Oh yeah. Our vocal warm-ups and technique tutorials will be available on a different podcast launching next week. That's Sam and Brad hit Hollywood. Going to be a great one. Definitely a real thing. I promise. Not a bit whatsoever. All righty, let's wrap up. You guys know where you can find us outside of this podcast. But if you aren't following this podcast and you've listened and you like what you hear, drop us a follow and maybe leave us a little 5-star review if you're feeling generous. Best of luck with all your bets, Brad. We got a bunch of fun games coming up. I am really looking forward to it, even though I say that I am definitely going to shit myself during this final. I say I'm looking forward to it. I am not. It's going to be incredibly stressful and I will be drinking to pass the time and deal with my emotions like any reasonable adult would. Right?
Yep.
That's how we do things.
I'm rooting for you, man.
Ah, beautiful. Well, fingers crossed it goes well for my own sanity. But win or lose, I'm sure my Twitter page will be incredibly fun on Sunday. So check it out. You're gonna
And Monday.
Yeah, and Monday you might never hear from me. I might be radio silent on Monday. Alrighty, this conclusion has gone on for way too long. Everyone listening, best of luck with all of your bets as well. You guys know where to find us, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.